Well, good morning from the Dandenong Ranges. I'm here to do one of the classic runs in Victoria, which is the roller coaster run. I'm just going to do one loop, so it's a half marathon, but it's just this beautiful scenery. Look. So let's get on the move. As you can see, the trails are really runnable. It's this lovely flowing single track, surrounded by the beautiful tree line. Australia is really renowned for these beautiful trails, certainly Victoria, and the perfect temperature, low 20s, air's nice and cool. Got up nice and early, so the team can get going, and the start of the first type of climbs. This is what I'm talking about here. Two people have enjoyed the view, and they've just they've left their coffee here. So cigarette butts, coffee cups. No respect. Something simple is just putting it in your bag. They can't even be bothered with that. Pick up your rubbish, enjoy the view, take your rubbish home. Simple. Let's go. Here the cockatoos chatting in the morning, and now we've got the nice downhill here. We can let loose a bit. So about 3 k's in, you hit the zigzag track, and as you can see, sharp bends, zigzagging all the way down at about 3k. And little tip that I find is, don't be a hero running down the hills. Such a high impact on your feet and your ankles and your knees and your quads that if you're doing 42k, you'll find on the second loop that you're starting to get a bit of pain on the downhills. The uphills, the steep ones anyway, you're probably going to be power hiking. If you're running up, you're a legend, but most of the time our mere mortals will be power hiking up. So it's actually the downhills where you can make up a bit of time, but just be a bit cautious with the long run. And it can really wear on your body. So, especially at the start, you get super excited and you go off like a rocket. And just be mindful, this long race, it's got a lot of climbing and steep downhills. So just manage your body, run to feel, and keep enjoying it. Just gotta be a little bit cautious. There's some more mates there. Hey buddy. How are you? So some of the locals you might see on your run, again, they're quite timid, so give them a bit of space. But it's just one of those great interactions you get on the trail early morning before the crowds come. So it's called the roller coaster because ups and downs, my friend. So this is one of the main first climbs, and as you're just about to see, it gets a little bit steeper. The key here is small strides, swing your arms, and once you feel you're not going as fast as you could walk, don't try and run. Do a speed hike, swing your arms. Just as efficient on this really steep climbing than trying to run up. So this is fine, just little steps. But now we're coming on to something like this. You probably want to think about leaning forward, hands on the, and actually digging your hands into the top of your knees. Looking up, keeping your smile on your face, and really push up this hill. You could try and run, but it takes way more energy, and you can hear my breath increasing. So the best tip here is open your chest up, put your hands on your knee, push down on them, really support them, and then really drive yourself up that hill. And keep going. Another good tip is once you get to the top of the climb, and maybe you've been speed hiking, this is from Nicky Wind, my old coach, psychologically start running before you get to the top. And that way you're already got momentum when you got to the top of the climb. So that was a famous Dodds track, a favourite of hill repeats for those who mingle around the Dandenong Ranges. As I say, it's a cold day today, so another thing to bear in mind is if it's going to be hot, you obviously got to carry a little bit more water and kind of drink to thirst. Don't just hydrate. Feeling a bit dry, have a little sip. Don't gulp, in my opinion. I'm sure everyone's got their own suggestions, and whatever works for you, works for you. But again, it's roller coaster. We got more climbing to do. Again, roller coaster. What goes up must come down. So footing's really important in a track like this. Even though we're on trails, stuff like this is actually pretty dangerous. See these sort of loose rocks here? So when you're running down here at speed, try and not stand on any of these loose rocks, because as you can see, put your ankle on that and you can actually cause yourself a bit of danger. So always look for an area without those sort of groupings of small rocks, and that way you'll be able to keep moving fast downhill, but don't risk turning your ankle, which in a place like this can take you a wee while to hobble back home. So you just keep looking a couple of meters ahead, and this is Bradley's track, I think it's called. So this definitely is a bit that's got quite a lot of leaves, so you've got to be a bit diligent. Look ahead, and your feet will follow your eyes. This is when you need an assistant. Such a cool part of this track. I love these stringy bark trees, and you just feel tiny. Also, it's shaded, so if it is a hot day, you're going to get some nice cooling effect here. The wind coming through the trees, hopefully, and you're kind of halfway through the first loop, so it's a really nice area. Gentle climb. Hopefully you have some buddies with you, or have a chat, take your mind off what you're doing, or just breathe in and look at this beautiful scenery. Look at these trees. I mean, it's a really beautiful part of the roller coaster track. So remember, even when you're hurting, take it in. We're doing this because we've chosen to do it. We're outside. It's a very rewarding experience, but don't sit around too long. It is a race after all. It's kind of hard to give perspective of these trees, so to give you an idea of how big these trees are, let's just pop this down. Don't hug a tree too tightly. So another thing to consider is nutrition. For me it's pretty basic. I'll have porridge in the morning before the race just to line my stomach, and I'll have water till about an hour and a half into the race. At that point I'll probably pop a gel, or I'll start using Tailwind. Number one thing with gels is these tops. These are the things that you'll see strewn around in races just because they're easy to lose. You're ripping off the gel and it just lands on the floor. So please take the time to keep hold of your gels and the tops, put them in your pocket when you're done, and let's keep these beautiful trails nice and clean. And the big rule is never ever try new nutrition on race day. Apart from that, have a banana, can't go wrong with that. Nice little tip that I found really helped was, if you start feeling yourself getting tired, I often find that my head goes down, my legs start skiffing the ground a little bit. That can be quite dangerous, especially if there's low branches on the ground. They can trip over. So key is get yourself up tall, look forward, open your chest up and concentrate on your stride. Make sure you got a nice stride. It doesn't have to be going really fast, just consistent. Have a good form, straight back, leaning forward a bit, swing your arms, deep breath, get that oxygen flowing through your body, and look around. And if you can, have a chat to other people. They're going through the same thing, but also community spirit allows you to forget that you're running and that you just start enjoying it more. So if there's someone beside you, have a little chat. You never know, it might be the start of a great friendship. Now at 13k it's kind of one of the checkpoints, but also there's a loo stop here. So if you do need to go, it's not a bad spot. For the rest of us, it's onwards. Now I'm not sure what the rules are on the roller coaster, but once you get to a point where you're maybe struggling a little bit, or you're just in a tempo and you just need to head down and get going, I love to put some music on. So the headphones I use are pretty handy because you can use one or both of them at the same time. So you can still hear what's going on, and I think that's the big thing with a lot of races, is they want you to hear and be involved in the race, whereas headphones can really disconnect you. But I certainly find, certainly on the second loop of the roller coaster, there's sections where maybe I'm running close to on my own and I just want a little bit of entertainment while I'm running. Put on a favourite song, it really lifts your spirits, and so that's what I'm going to do.
Never knew a moment could feel so right, could slow down time like this. Everything I needed is in your eyes and in your mind.
So there's a reason why it's called the roller coaster.
Baby, it's
what goes up.
To fall
Let's go
so
down.
soon. Give it all to you. Hey.
So make sure you leave some energy for the end, because you get this beautiful flowing trail and then you get quite a big climb to the end. Like any good race, there's always a climb at the end, so make sure you leave some in the tank. And of course we can't talk about trails without the gear. Pretty simple stuff for your eyes, sunnies, for your face and head. A good hat, hydration vest, carry some water and some food, and whatever else the race asks you to carry. Lightweight shorts or skirt. I wear kind of mid-length socks because of all the roughage you're going through. Trail shoes I'd recommend, or something with a stiff heel, because there is uneven surfaces. Headphones, wireless if you've got them, mobile phone if you're allowed to take headphones, that is. There's no poles on this course, you won't need them, but what you will need is motivation, a sense of adventure, and grit and determination to get it done. This is the final stretch. There's one last climb which I'll leave for you to find, but leave a little bit of energy at the end because you're going to need it. But when you get to that finish line, well done. If you're doing one loop like me, or if you're doing the double, my hat's off to you. Get out there, enjoy it, spread the love, enjoy this beautiful landscape, and I will see you next time. Take care.
I don't care what they say, please promise me you'll stay, 'cause I'm not going